Mhm. You do sound a little different. Uh,
Yeah, for some reason my microphone keeps getting set to not default,
mhm.
and I'm betting people are hearing me through Discord. Did you guys hear the kid screaming when I walked away to get the toy? Because if so,
They
that
said
means
they
that.
heard the gremlin or goblin
Okay,
has sound.
gotcha. Hold on a second. Voice and video. Yeah, that should be right. I don't know what happened there. That was very strange. Asher Brown, welcome in. Welcome in, Corvus, by the way. Let me turn Corvus's icon on. Let me check one more thing, and then we'll keep going. Dum, 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 dum. Input, microphone, Yeti. Yeah, I don't know. Can people hear me? Am I doing all right? F's in chat if you can hear me now.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I turned on the volume on the stream, so.
Did you have to turn it up?
Well, I leave the stream muted because I'm in the Discord.
Gotcha. How about that? Is that better? Oh, you know what I bet happened? Yeah.
Oop.
That's probably much better for everybody involved. The bird is back. Yep,
Like
welcome in.
Yeah. I was gonna say you sound a little. I don't know the words to describe it, but like your voice sounded different. I was like,
My mic was set to omnidirectional, so it was picking up probably the bounces and stuff more.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear that kid's toy or not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can.
I can hear it on Discord, but
Okay.
I don't know if it's coming through on YouTube.
It's probably going through on YouTube then. Oh, my brain is going to just melt. Kids' toys come with on, and that is it. Like, they need volume controls. Some of them have, like, a quiet and loud. And quiet is already loud. And loud is like, what if we just deafen everybody in the house? And I don't understand why this is. Yeah.
It's like they intentionally make toys to torture parents.
Yeah, it's weird. For the kid's birthday, somebody gave us a little bunny, a little robotic bunny, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. It probably like hops around, and it does. It goes, wicka 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 wicka. It's like, what is this? This is not what rabbits sound like. Like, why is this so loud?
I mean, I'm glad it's not what a rabbit sounds like.
Right?
Because that's only just screaming.
It's terrifying, and I hate it. Oh, my mic is really loud now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? I'm going to turn it down a little bit more, and then hopefully... that's probably good right there, I think is what we want. But yeah. Oh my goodness. We can on the Discord, but it's not loud, so it kind of just background noise. Okay, that's fine. I'll turn on music, and maybe that will cancel it all out. We'll do that. Uh-oh. The child has been distracted away from the book. Oh, you got a knife. It's fine.
Knife.
You got a knife. No. Okay. So apparently, which maybe I should do this before we start, so I need to know if I'm freaking out or not. Apparently, if you randomly go off a low sodium diet and eat all the salt, your heart can explode. So that's a thing.
I immediately knew what you were gonna do when I heard that Velcro.
Yep. I gotta check my blood pressure before we start the stream here. I'm probably fine. I feel much better than yesterday.
I was gonna say it. It probably was just due to high salt intake.
I mean, I went to Idaho, so yes. Like,
Yeah.
my parents were like, "What
And you
about
probably didn't
what
fix
about
your own
barbecue?
food."
Let's go barbecue." And my in-laws were like, "How about Chinese food?" I was like, "Yep, let's do it. It's Chinese food." Yeah, actually, it's much better. And then, so we went out to eat twice, which was not something we normally do. And then we had nothing but like turkey sandwiches for lunch, which I'm not supposed to eat lunch meat. And then we went to the airport and had lunch at the airport. And then when we got home, we were so tired we just went and got ramen. And I did the low sodium for the ramen, but all of this together put my blood pressure at like, what was it? It was high. It was high. It was like 190 over like 101. They were concerned. They were concerned, but it is now lower. Rugby. Anyways, let's see what's going on. Let's just start. Let's just start since the kid is pacified right now. Before all hell breaks loose. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Two. A vampire plague doctor cleric. Well, how am I supposed to show he's a vampire if he's got a plague doctor mask on? Give him a cape? I guess I could give him a cape. He gets paid in blood. That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. Vampire plague doctor cleric who uses his medicine to heal people and gets paid in blood. That's a cool character.
So,
I dig it.
So the whole premise of the game Vampire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're a like Victorian doctor and you're also a vampire.
That's pretty cool. I went to the store this morning, and there was someone at the checkout line who was talking about the boy, because they were surprised how like he can already walk and stuff. He's 1 year old, and I'm like, that seems normal. And they're like, my kid's 16 months old and still doesn't walk. And I was like, that's interesting. I can't imagine having to carry this kid around at 16 months. He's huge.
Yeah, I think my brother probably he was probably definitely at least older than a year before he started really walking on his own.
Mm-hmm. I think at a year they're supposed to start standing up and like taking steps, but
yeah,
this kid is freaking. As soon as the door opens, he's just like, "I'm out." He just takes off. It's like, okay, get him out of the house real quick. Kid trying to kick butt early. Yeah, no, he's a big buff baby. Oh lordy. Oh, that one's on level 2. We're gonna turn that one down. Adam Savage did a whole video about like, here's how to open up kids' toys and put resistors on the speakers so they're quieter. It's like perfect. Thank you, Adam Savage. I might have to do that this weekend. Idaho is a crazy place. I still love it, but it's crazy.
I don't know if I could ever live a place like Idaho. But you're from there, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I didn't really have a choice. The kid got his 1 year vaccinations, as you do at 1. And because I grew up in Idaho, apparently Idaho doesn't require a secondary shot of it. Or they do now, but not when I was a kid. And so I also had to get one. So in a week, I might feel like crap. we'll see if I get the measles. I might get tiny measles. We'll see what happens.
Question: can adults get measles?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's very bad and very dangerous. Most people get vaccinated because you get it at 1 and then again at 4. I didn't get mine at 4, and going to college in Idaho didn't require it, so I just didn't have it. So I had to get it now.
I think we were required in like high school to have them.
Yeah, it normally.
Because I remember needing to like get 4 shots before I went to high school.
You don't sound hopeful for them. Yeah, no, I don't want them. Absolutely not. Like, measles are terrifying. But I have a nice big red spot on my arm now, which I'm not happy about. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think I had to get something to go to college, but
Meningitis.
yeah, I think so. I don't know why I'm drawing this vampire so sexy and naked. I feel like I haven't drawn a body in a while, so I guess this is.
I was gonna say those are like that's a real easy way that some forget the plague by walking around naked.
Mm-hmm. Blah. I'm Dr. Biceps. In one of the Dresden books, I guess it's kind of spoilers, but I don't care. The book's like 15, 20 years old now, so it doesn't matter. He goes to a masquerade party with a whole bunch of vampires, like they are a vampire mafia type thing. And so he goes there to kind of investigate a case. And just to piss them all off, he dresses up like Dracula for the Halloween party. It's super funny to me. With like the crappy cape and the blood drip on his mouth. Alright. I don't know why I drew that, but I did. Now let's start over. Plague Doctor Vampire. Were the Plague Doctor masks supposed to look like a raven, or did it just kind of turn out that way?
I think they were meant to like probably just turn out that way because some don't look very raven-like.
Mm-hmm. They wrap the big rocks on their shirt and use them to sling rocks. Like, why? I mean, Siegfried, that sounds kind of like a hate crime. Maybe call the cops. Do you need help?
It's like they're just being little shits. Get a water hose and spray them next time.
Yeah, I mean, that's less violent than what I was going to suggest, so yeah. They look like birds, but they also had herbs and flowers in the beak. Right, yeah, I mean, I think that was, because that was the initial thing, right? It's just, it had to have something to put fresh, good-smelling things in to keep out the vapors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm asking, like, was that originally, like, did they look like snuffleupaguses? Or did they look like, the weird, like, elephant gas masks? Is the raven portion of it post, like, just a romanticized version of it? Okay, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here to help you. I'm assuming the raven part is just the romanticized.
Yeah, so because plague doctors really had their like start in like at least like way we think of them like in Venice.
Okay.
They had like a whole thing, and So, um, I think the caricature that we think of him now is actually like more of a like from carnival masks or like the Commedia dell'arte Harlequin stuff.
Okay.
So like the very distinct bird look is probably a later like comical thing about them. While like the originals probably looked a little bit more creepy.
The other ones did not mean to look like birds, yeah. Yeah, 3 hours of somebody throwing anything at my window is like violence time. Like, yeah. Let's call the cops. Time for violence. Violence is the ultimate form of authority.
Yep. It just so happens that, ironically, their robes kind of protected them from the fleas. So a lot of them didn't get the plague.
That's good.
Though many of them did because they probably didn't have as many layers on.
Because people notice that they look like birds and build it off it later. Yeah, okay, cool. Welcome in, Hunter. The early ones didn't help because it would scare the crap out of the patients. Oh, I bet.
Oh, apparently the robes were actually waxed robes.
Oh.
Which was done to less about the fleas, because I don't think they realized it was fleas, but it was just to like keep like blood and stuff being sped up and oozing out from getting on them.
Makes
and
sense.
Staying.
Didn't have plastic.
Yep. Or rubber.
Mm-hmm. This is going to sound really strange. I wish clerics had spellbooks. And what I mean by that
They're called
is,
prayer book.
yeah, I want the prayer book back. I want the prayer book. I think you have a focus, right? I think clerics still have focuses from time to time.
Yeah.
As an alternative for like spell components, which is cool. I want more of that. I want a tome cleric, or you know, like a Bible cleric.
Definitely makes sense for like a knowledge cleric.
Mm-hmm. Wam no ong ni fluncus mortari. Sit down. If you didn't get that, don't worry about it. Talking about D&D? Yeah. Started drawing again. I think I'm going to order a screenless tablet. Nice. Oh, a screenless tablet. Okay. One of the table ones. Those are pretty sweet. I used one of those for 5 years or so. Is that your head, kid? What was that? That was a big bang. He's fine. Whatever. Benediction cleric with memorized prayers. Yeah. Prayer beads. I like prayer beads. That's another good option. What are the is it the Orthodox Catholics with the giant like gold encrusted Bibles?
That was a lot of people.
There were a lot of people that did that, yeah. But like, there was one church that was just, I think it was Russian Orthodox, whatever that was.
Probably.
They went gaudy. They went like just all out on their stuff.
Yeah. So probably would have been Russian. I've seen like Catholic little mini prayer books that are like the cover is like gold plates with gems embezzled in it, and just it's like, oh, Catholics.
Go big, go home. Also not a hate crime, sadly. I'm in the demographic most immune to it. I mean, still, why are people throwing shit at your window? So, playing a cleric in a Westmarch NEC server, but the sheet has not been reviewed by someone yet, and I'm playing it in Twilight. Nice. What is NDC? Westmarch NDC? Westmarch always makes me think of Diablo. That doesn't seem right. Is Westmarch a D&D thing? New Dawn Coalition. It's a server. Nice. Cool. Cool. I like it when people find good D&D servers. Kid, I hear you banging down there. What's going on? I remember when I was growing up, our church had a very traditional black Bible, big.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we merged with some other churches, we got this huge white, gold gilded Bible. I was an altar boy at the time, so it was like, geez, this book's big. Yeah, something like that. Not quite that fancy. Less gold, but. What are you doing? Yeah?
Wahoo.
Wagyu? You cannot touch that. No, that is against the rules. You threw all your stuff on the floor and then wanted to come up here, and that's not how it works. $20. I'm gonna let the boy draw for a while. Hey, you can get your fingers pinched if you do that, kid. Yeah.
You shoot your eye out, kid.
I built my own tablet holder. I built a stand for it. There we go. I built a stand for it, and it's fine. But if you push on it wrong, it falls over, and the kid's just like, "I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep cranking on it till it breaks." Doing all the thumbs up stuff? What? Going back to studying calculus? Nice. Is it pride or greed? That's a good question. For Catholics, I think it's a little of both. A little of both. The church can be rich, but people should be poor. Kid. Yeah, you're not being very well behaved right now. Most of the stuff that that's not right. Decorated the churches I grew up in. There's a lot of wood. It's just like wood carved and stuff. But then we had, nice looking chalices and stuff for the sacraments. So
Which should always be nice. You don't want shabby chalices.
I mean, that's not what Indiana Jones says. Prosperity gospel has been around since the Roman embracing the church. Yeah. No, I was definitely Roman Catholic growing up. So.
First off, it wouldn't even been a metal cup. It would have been a stone cup, because that was kosher.
Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
that. Clay wasn't seen as a kosher material to use, and so it would have been a carved stone cup.
Very cool.
Not one super fancy or anything, but that would get the job done, basically.
It's super weird when we talk about stoneware and like most of our glasses and stuff are stoneware. And it's like we haven't really changed that much. Just how we make it is different.
Well, I
think
think
that's
it's less stoneware and more earthenware, which is
Ooh, what's the
like
difference? Drew would know.
so. Uh, Earthenware is clay, but generally like really kind of like thick clay,
Why are you chewing on my sketch?
and like stoneware is like just I way I probably understand it is like it actually is like just straight up uh, turned on a lathe with chisels or and ground and stuff like that into a shape.
So what would you consider, like most of the stuff we have today is either glass or like porcelain essentially, which is like really fine clay, I guess. Oh kid, why you do this? Why you do this to me?
Okay, I was a little wrong.
Okay.
Stoneware is harder and more durable than earthenware. Earthenware is made with more porous material.
Kid, you cannot have the pencil. Yeah, no, you're gonna make everybody sad.
So like earthenware will be like a terracotta pot. Stoneware would be like a nice coffee mug.
Okay. Terracotta makes sense. Okay, kid. This is not appropriate. No, you're breaking the rules.
And then you have porcelain, which is
I'll be right back. 1 second.
basically glass, almost.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the next one. I think I'm gonna call that one there. A 3, which is a female Tlinkali? Scorpion person. Rogue. Dual wielding daggers. Would a scorpion person have claws for hands? Elliot, welcome in, by the way. I think I just saw you there. Gnomeware salesman NPC might need to be added to my game now. That'd be pretty fun. Sorry, what did you say, Corvus, about that? So you said something about terracotta, and then the boy started screaming.
So terracotta is like earthenware, so it's like very porous. So like if you like put water in like a terracotta pot, it will like get damp on the outside.
Right.
But earthenware is fired at a higher temperature, made with denser clay.
Okay.
So it's like a lot more hard and durable. So that's more like your mugs and plates and everything like that would be stoneware.
Gotcha. Okay, scorpion person. Do we just give them a tail? They want them to be holding daggers, so I don't think they can have claws. Kind of thinking of the half scorpion people from. Yeah. Is that a Chungali?
No, they're from Finder. I don't know what. I've never heard of them before.
Because there's the weird scorpion people from Elden Ring or from Dark Souls. They're like
like the two?
Is there just the two? I thought it was a whole.
Yeah, I think, and they're only in like Dark Souls 2. Oh, okay. Thought the name sounded familiar.
Did you find the origin of it?
No, I looked them up one day because there was maybe one that was in Critical Role.
Oh, good God! They're actually scorpions.
Yes.
Bug people. Okay, but they don't have hands. I heard there's Duck Souls.
And here's like an older one from like 3rd edition, which is I don't know. It's a little weird.
Oh boy, that's a one way to draw something.
Mm-hmm. The torso is very weird.
Yeah, a little mishmashed.
Mm-hmm.
And the background is like form fitted for the character that was drawn. All right.
But yeah.
I think we're going.
Three very different scorpion people.
Yeah. I dig that like spine on the head though. I might keep that.
Because first one posted from Pathfinder 3rd. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Tabalulu? I don't know. It's a ridiculous name. They're not even demons or anything. They're just like scorpion people that live in the desert.
Alright, fair enough.
They're from Assyrian, which is ancient Egypt.
And they didn't make a scarab person? That makes me sad.
I mean, I guess you could say Trox are kind of scarab-like.
That's okay, fair. Fair.
Or they could be.
Are they from the same place?
No, I think Trox are more specifically like from Starfinder, that some of them made it onto the Pathfinder world.
Interesting. Oops, I closed the YouTube chat. Sorry, everybody. The boy just got really quiet. I need to go check on that. Nope, I hear him. He's fine. The DuckTales version of Dark Souls is flying through my head right now. I mean, you mean the original NES game? I don't know if I ever beat that game. I don't think I did. Games can be a lot shorter when you don't have infinite lives. I was working on the game last week a bit, and I was trying to push out a build for it. And I found some things that are a little too broken for me to want to share right now. So that got pushed back. But I think I'm going to build all the towers to look like bugs. Just like
okay.
I started drawing stuff, and I was like, I can make this look like real sci-fi, which feels a little weird, but I'm like, you don't know. I think we're going to do just like weird chitinous, like living stone. It's gonna be weird and it's gonna be great.
going to be huge, bigly.
Scorpion. Did you say big, huge, bigly?
Yes, it's going to be huge, bigly.
Oh.
Referring to your game.
It's gonna be huge. What a weird
We're gonna
time
be
to live
winning.
in.
We're gonna be sick of winning.
You're gonna be winning all the time. You'll never stop winning.
Yeah. So a little more digging about the trucks here,
Okay.
even though not really what you're drawing, but we were talking about them. Apparently some of they fly around in space on like asteroid ships,
Okay.
and some of them, at least one of them, crash landed on the Pathfinder world and dug into the Darklands, which is the Underdark.
Landed
Hence
on
why
Valerian.
you find them underground.
I like this idea of giving it like a scorpion mask. Get buff, kid. I hear him playing with my weight set, which is probably dangerous. They're all on the floor though, so it's not like he can pick them up. He's not gonna knock anything over on himself. I felt like crap yesterday, so I spent most of the day just on the couch with the kid. So I was watching. It's funny that you brought that up. I was watching DuckTales most of the day. The new DuckTales is good. It's just good.
Whoa.
David Tennant is a good Scrooge McDuck.
He's Scrooge.
Mm-hmm. You're thinking about working with these palettes for the cards? I assume I can't see who's typing because it's scrolled up too far. I assume that's a tonic.
What is it?
Whatever's being posted in the chat right now.
Yeah, it's Thomas.
I'll have to scroll back up to look at the picture that Corbin posted.
Oh, apparently Starfinder's going to be having a canine race.
Finally! You think people would go to Mars without their dogs?
The weird space fairy people.
Kid loves pushing buttons, but he's not yet kind of figured out the direct correlation, so he just pushes buttons randomly. The machine is not happy. The Valaka. That's a weird choice, but okay. Not space wolves? Why not go space wolves?
They are space wolves.
Are they? They look like Shiba Inu was kind of... not really. You're right. They look more wolfish. They're just very round.
They didn't want to just slap a dog head on a human body.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It looks like they very much took a human face and then morphed it into a dog face.
Anamorph.
So it's very much got that monkey head brain looking thing. Human forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I should apply for... You know, Starfinder and Paizo in general has a very different art style than I do, so maybe not. You gonna steal my drink, kid? I should spend a lot of time this year, like, making my line art just super on point. Not to be drab or, like, contradictory. I don't like painting and coloring very much. I think I could do it, but, like, I really just like sketching. It's my favorite part. So I should be better at that, since it's my favorite part. But people want that realism in that painting, you know? That's where the big money's at. I don't want to draw too much of the scorpion body, because that's going to take forever.
One ass.
We'll draw the tail. I don't get the animal fighting on YouTube anymore. That used to be a big thing that would keep popping up. It made me angry.
What do you mean animal fighting?
Oh, there's a weird part of the internet that's just like, watch this alligator fight a deer. It's like, I don't want to see that.
Oh.
So I've like thumbs down whenever those videos popped up, and I don't see them anymore. So when this video popped up, I watched it. It was a scorpion fighting a crab. It was really funny. Because they both just couldn't do anything to the other one. They're just like slapping at each other. It was like a slap fight between bugs. It was pretty great. The scorpion would like grab the crab and just start trying to stab it with his tail and like because it couldn't find anywhere to sting. And then eventually just gave up and walked away. I was like, that was great. That was good. Nature.
Here's another ancestry that's coming.
What am I looking at? Is that
The brain.
just a brain?
They refer to it as a contemplative.
Okay.
Looks like a massive humanoid brain with a withered vestigial body.
All right. Well, we live in the strangest timeline.
Apparently, they were also in the core rule book for Starfinder.
Okay.
The first edition one.
I think I might have made a short talking about them. but I don't remember that picture.
No, you did the jellyfish ones.
The jellyfish ones that can like eat people's genetics. Is that not the same
Yes.
thing? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. God damn it. Get out of here. Go, hello, welcome in. Sorry, I was yelling at the chat box that popped up, not the people that just came into the chat. Just to clarify. Oh, you found a water bottle? Good job. You're self-sufficient now. Mm-hmm. Tiny little person. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. I'm gonna keep doodling on this forever if I don't stop. Scorpions. I have a commission I'm working on right now. I think I'm about done with the base color, and then I'm going to start doing the detail work today. But it's turned out pretty cool. Probably work on that this afternoon in chat. A masked awakened gorilla casting spells using tarot cards. That is a good suggestion. Like that right there. That's the way you do it. Have I ever? These have all been good today. I've been happy with these. Sometimes we struggle when people start suggesting mimics and stuff, but like today's been solid. What kind of mask should we put on a gorilla? That's the question. Can I draw a gorilla? That's the next question. Gorilla have big nose. Big nose. There we go. We're gonna go to a mask though, so we have to. Let's just get the shape down, and then we'll start figuring out the tarot card and the mask. Is the Flesh Warp Doctor still in the list? I gotta stop and look. I'll pause the whole stream. I don't see one. I don't see a Flesh Warp Doctor.
This is a new week.
Yeah.
So.
Did you post it last week? This would be for Monday. Monday on. You can probably turn the character into an entire scene that way. The way they look. Like very 5 to 8 boss monsters menus. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with some of the like same thing with centaurs. Like centaurs just take up a lot of space because they're technically 1.25 creature or 1.5 creatures.
We don't keep the same list from week to week.
Yeah, we swap out every Monday. We start a new list. So if you suggested it last week, I can put it on this week again. It's totally fine. But I do not see one on the list currently.
I just watched a crab molt.
It's pretty creepy, isn't it? They're just big bugs. It's just big bugs. You should look up some of the creepiest ones are like what is it? Spider's molt, which is really creepy looking. It's the same thing. But there's like dragonflies. Is it dragonflies? I don't know if dragonflies molt. They just like they go from one stage to the next. Can't remember. It's something with wings. It looks really, really funny because it's like super floppy and then it just like slowly hardens. Medical tools for hands. Okay, I'll put it on the list. With flesh warp, could I have a suggestion of what you want flesh warped? If that makes sense? So otherwise, I'm just going to give it a billion eyeballs. I don't even know what I said now. Oh well. Saruman.
Do you serve?
Can I get a picture of a gorilla? I don't think I don't think I have this chin right.
Gorilla coming up.
Thank you. Lots of eyes, lots of hands. Okay. Wait, lots of hands and lots of mechanical tools for hands? We talking about fingers or like arms? Kid, what'd you do with my drink? Yeah, that's a sweatshirt. Okay. Can I have my book back, please? Thank you. Ninjakus. Well, they do have big jaws, which is good.
Yes.
Tiny
They have
ears.
muscles that go all the way to the top of their head.
Bite your face clean off.
Well, if they weren't vegetarians.
Like the idea of a gorilla that has like a macaque or a gibbon mask. That seems right. It's like a skull plate. Yeah, that was the idea. I wanted it to look like a skull. What happened? You fall over? You okay? Oh no! Okay, you can't have the dice, kid. No, it's against the rules. Okay, you get put back on the floor. Gorillas have opposable thumbs, right?
Yeah, they're grade 8.
Okay. There's a video, or like a meme out there somewhere that says something to the effect of like somebody watching me with my ADHD brain, and it's an orangutan putting a bolt on a screw with its lips. And it's super interesting to watch. See the amount of dexterity that they like orangutans have with their lips is really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember where I was going with that story, but you should go watch that. Lore of gorilla masked with a nutcracker. Nightmare fuel. There you go. I think it's orangutan. Maybe it is gorilla. I'm not sure.
Probably both are pretty dexterous with their lips.
You gonna drive the bunny around the room? Nope, it's gonna throw it. Did I send you the blood magic? The blood magic?
Yes.
Okay.
I had thoughts about it.
Feel free.
Nah.
Alright. Oh, honey, you just did blood magic.
I was like, yes, but no. It's complicated.
Listen, if you're trying to do a protection spell with grape juice, like, you're a witch. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. How did you get up there, kid? What are you doing?
He flew up there. He's secretly a witch.
Everybody's secretly a witch. Okay, I'm going back on the Dash diet. Can I have beef jerky? That's the question.
How much salt's in it?
Can I make myself? Not very little. Half as much as normal. I need like a Dash cookbook or something. Which I bet it's just going to be like the normal cookbook, but hey, don't add salt. I was like, I can do that.
Yep.
Every salad needs a little crunch. Yeah, I bought some bacon ends from the store today, specifically to add to like green beans and stuff. Green beans and salads. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna try to start meal prepping more.
Oh, well, aren't you a gym bro now?
I mean, I do all the cooking anyways, so it's not like it's not like I'm doing more work. I'm just doing it in one day.
No. It's just every time I hear like meal prepping, it's always from some sort of gym bro.
Yeah.
I know it's not the only people who do meal prep.
Like there's two kinds. There's the like, I'm gonna cook on Saturday and make food for the entire week. And just like free stuff. It's like, congratulations, you've made frozen lunches for yourself. Which like, that's great if you need to take something to work. And that's kind of what I want to do. But I'm probably only going to do like 2 or 3 days in advance. Like make enough rice to make 2 or 3 days worth of stuff. Make a few meals with it instead of just like, normally what I do is I make too much food at night and then jump up takes it the next day to work. But the problem with that is that lately we've been making too much at night and then eating all of it. So, so I think we're gonna, Coco. Yeah, go ahead. What's your random question? I'm gonna start putting my leftovers away sooner, I guess. Mom did the 30-day cooking thing when we were kids. Lots of casseroles. Yeah. I can imagine that. Like lasagna's got to be a good one, right? Lasagna will last for 3 or 4 days, depending on how you cut it up. If I wanted to play as a kobold, what made traps? What class would you recommend for that? That's a good question. If you're doing 5e, you could do the artificer, because you get crafting as kind of a general thing, and then I would just have your DM make you roll craft checks. Second edition, I think there's trap building feats.
Yeah, so there's rangers have them.
Cool. Okay.
There's also a archetype called like the snare master. And so there's definitely a lot of ways of making traps.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways.
I would recommend probably like a ranger, and like if you want to do an archetype, maybe inventor to get some gizmos and stuff.
Crafting is usually, my DM does 5e. Okay, doing 5e, so we'll stick with that then. Yeah, then I think you probably want to go with like an artificer or they don't have alchemist. That's a subclass for artificer.
Yep.
There's like, if you look at the kobold, level 5 kobold, I think it's a level 4 inventor. But you can also do it with wizards and then talk to your DM about like using magic for traps, which can be really fun. You could do rogue, and then I would argue with your DM about like, I'd like to use sleight of hand to hide a trap instead of building them, like prepare them beforehand and then hide them somewhere. That's another fun way to do it. And then it would just be your sleight of hand versus the enemy's perception check for it. And sometimes, a thing that we don't talk about a lot with traps is that in previous editions, and I think it's still in 5e, you have trap sense, right? Which gives you a plus to the perception. I believe in older editions, if you didn't have trap finding or trap sense, you just didn't see them. Like the perception check was a thing, but without those two effects, the DC was like way higher. And so that's why I think they made it you get a +2 to your perception, and then they just gave everybody the ability to see them. So I think that works. I think that's fine. But like, yeah, if someone's rushing at you in combat and you have already put down a trap, I don't know if they would necessarily expect it to be there. So I don't know if I'd give them a roll. But if you're wanting to use, the way we've used traps in combat before are, one, you have 24 hours to set up everything, and then people will come to you, like a reverse dungeon type thing. or like jump rope would take bear trap and then throw it at people. She'd throw a bear trap at people and then have it like on a chain. Um, so I've never really had to deal much with the NPCs going after traps. So depending on how you would have set them up, I think the inventor is a good way to do it. And then your spells are just going to basically be how your traps are functioning. Because otherwise you could do it with anything, right? You just take the crafting feat and then build stuff beforehand, or I need an hour to set up a trap, right? Like that kind of stuff. But if you get jumped a lot, it's going to be different. If you're exploring a dungeon, it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to be an artificer with a specialist, what do you think would be the most fun? What specialist do you think would be the most fun? Yeah, that's a tough one.
Probably the artillerist a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Because they got the little drone things, and you could always flavor those as like traps.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking about the little drone because you could basically you can make it fly and stuff, and so you could just have it like fly into the corner of a room and hide, and then get the sprite like sneak attack for the trap, or like put a bear trap on it and have it position itself into like crawl into combat and sit down as a bear trap. Give it the grappling feature so it can grab stuff. Turrets and landmines. Yeah. Yeah. That could be super fun. Did you steal my drink again, kid? Yeah. Alright. Well, as long as you're entertained. I think I'm going to try to darken up the fur on this guy, and then we might call it. It's 2 o'clock. I guess I started at, what, noon? 12:30? So we've only been going for a little over an hour. Yeah, that's kind of
53 minutes.
We got a kid who hasn't eaten in a while, so he might start getting cranky here.
That's not fun.
No. Nobody wants to hear that. So, we'll probably call it after this guy, and then we'll be back on Friday for sure. I think. I don't have any reason not to be here on Friday, but I don't trust the internet anymore. They just fixed it last week. They're like, oh, we upgraded. It's good now. And then it was getting real weird last week before I left on vacation. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't bite the desk, kid. Yeah. What do you think was going to happen? Hopefully they're getting things sorted out, but... Yep, okay. We got a tired kid who is now walking under the desk. But he's too tall to do that. Remember, you can infuse spells into objects infused with wooden discs and fireball. Yeah, exactly. Kid, you gotta calm down. No, you gotta calm down. Yeah, sleepy boy. Oh my. Bless you. Ugh. Yeah, so that would be that's what I was saying, where they just become your spells, right? So like if you infuse, buy whatever trap you can buy from the store or build one for cheap, right? Just a trigger plate or something, and then enchant it with firebolt. Like that's simple and easy. You start fight, you just throw it, drop it on the ground. Anybody walks near it, boom, trap. I dig it.
Or go the Naruto route where you have like rolls and paper bombs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta call it. This kid's gonna hurt himself. You can't be flinging your head around while you're by the desk, kid. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna have to bounce out here. The one was mine. He's gonna make an awesome monster for my Saturday group. We should have fun fighting mutants. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll post all of these on the Discord here in a little bit. So I'm gonna erase this poll. I'll post them all on the Discord. So if you want a copy of just a single image, I'll put them up there, high quality, so people can use them for their tokens or whatever else you want to do with it. We'll be back again on Friday. My Patreon group, Patreon's rewards are going out. I think today. I might have time to beat the postman. Otherwise tomorrow. So if you have not joined the Bugbear or above on Patreon, you want to get some stickers, those will get in the mail today. Otherwise, that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, go watch some videos. We'll catch everybody later. Bye, everybody. Is it the villain from The Flash? No, it's not Gorilla Grodd, but it looks pretty close. He is just a gorilla. So, see everybody later.